Okay, let's talk about setting the state of parameters from NitroCell in an Excel document. This is actually very easy to do, and all it's required is to look up the function set state. And there's actually a couple of ways to do this. This way that I'm going to show you is actually just kind of a very kind of direct generic way. However, this is also available as a table option too. So if you're using a Excel native table that contains the columns and the settings as here, then you'll be able to uh, basically use that as a reference to do this. And it works really well, especially if you're using Power Query to kind of assess and qualify information. But in this particular case, let's say we just had a generic automation that we needed to make some changes to. So let's do a quick check of the parameters that are active in this model here. And you'll notice we're going to start off with something simple. So let's say that we wanted to come in and modify supplier. And what we want it to be is true. So a Boolean or a yes or no would work on this. Let's try it both ways just so we can verify that it works. So supplier true, and then we'll put yes for this. So if we run this right now and then come back in and take a look at those, you'll notice that supplier and supplier tier are both now true where they were not before. So that's just one example of how you can use a Excel Boolean or a normal yes/no flag within Excel to perform this operation. So let's go take a look at maybe a couple of other things. So let's say that we wanted to go modify all of the parts to have supplier with a true statement, but only the S parts to have supplier tier equal to yes. So S star S wildcard dot prt. So anything that starts with an S is going to get a different setting for supplier tier, but everything is going to get true for supplier. So just that quickly, if we come in and we take a look at this and go select, let's look at the spider here. You can see that supplier 2 has been flagged. Supplier and supplier tier has been flagged. If we go to like voice coil, we see that only supplier has been flagged. So pretty easy to do. And if we wanted to be really, really generic about this, we could say, just go set all of my parameters in all of my models equal to true for their designation state. And just that quickly, we've been able to come in and hit everything across every model that's in session to be designated. And you can do the same thing for undesignate just by putting a false in. So if we came back in and say, no, we want to uncheck everything so that they're all not designated, come back in, we notice that they have been all effectively changed. So a pretty handy function in the sense of, just the flexibility of it. But that's basically how it works. And we do recommend you take a look at the table variation of this.